Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2029, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, AF. Rock on, girl, dust. Boost! Woman! Happy Tuesday. How are you guys doing today? Let me just tell you that where this video started and where it has ended up and everything that is in front of me right now is not what I expected. So I need a little lip gloss before I get into this. Actually, I needed to pull out a new tube of lip gloss because this lip gloss is almost completely done. So let me tell you what happened. I put up on Instagram the other day, I think it was Sunday night, I said, what drama topics do you want me to talk about over here this week? And I said yesterday in my video that a couple people had asked me to talk about Eugene Yukuni, which is why I made my Eugene Yukuni video yesterday. But several people asked me to go and revisit Dramageddon that happened with James Charles, Toddy Westbrook, Shane Dawson, and Jeffree Star. Because it was just the 5-year anniversary. I guess the 5-year anniversary of Toddy's video coming out was May 10th. And I think Adam McIntyre made a video kind of revisiting it. And so people were like, well, you lived it at that time. A couple people said this. They were like, well, you were there during the time. Another person said you lived it in real time. Can you go back and kind of talk about what you remember from that? And all this kind of stuff. So it's interesting what I remember. And I pulled this article up on Time Magazine that they posted last year. And the article is called How One YouTube Video Changed the Course of Internet Culture. And it has a picture of Toddy Westbrook, James Charles, and Jeffree Star next to it. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to read this article on video and see if they got it right. Because I did live it in real time. And it's kind of funny that I'm talking about living this in real time as I'm sitting here looking at this mass amount of props that I have in front of me. So let me tell you what happened, okay? Well, first of all, we'll get into what I remember from Dramageddon and Lipstickgate and all that kind of stuff, because I was kind of looking up the dates today. And it wasn't exactly how I remembered it, because I remember Dramageddon happening, and I thought Lipstickgate happened the year after that. I didn't realize they happened so close together. So we'll get into that in just a second, but let me tell you what happened. So because I was doing a video about an old story, Dramageddon, which was literally the high. I mean, to be a drama channel at that time, I don't think you can really explain. I mean, all the children today are wanting to be drama commentary channels. They're taking it very seriously. We want to be Barbara Walters. We want to be Andy Cohen. We want to be Wendy Williams. You know, all these people are saying this today. Sanders Kennedy back then was saying that he wanted to be Wendy Williams too. But all these people are taking it very serious today, you know? And that just wasn't what it was back in the day. And I can remember I started my drama channel Labor Day weekend of 2016. And my very first video that I ever did as a drama channel was about the downfall or the fallout of the friendship between Jeffree Star and Kat Von D. And it was over this logo that Kat Von D said that her friend had made for Jeffree Star. It's actually his star. I have it right in front of me. Props. So it was actually that label. And she said that he never paid him and all this kind of stuff. And so that was like the fallout. And then Kat Von D came out with this video, and Jeffree Star came out with some video, and his video was something called, like, Just Tell the Truth, Kat, or something like that. And it was, like, very shady. And I hadn't seen anything like this before on the internet. Now, I had at that time, I think, heard of Kat Von D because she had been on that tattoo show, but I didn't really know a lot about Kat Von D. And I definitely didn't know a lot about Jeffree Star. I had heard some of his music, but I didn't really know much about him. And I can remember watching these videos. And as I was watching these videos, to the side, I saw videos from Sanders Kennedy and Karina Kaboom, and they were talking about these people, and I was like, oh my god, like, what is going on here? And so I watched these videos from Sanders Kennedy and Karina Kaboom, and they were talking about drama in the beauty influencer space, and I was like, there are people out there that are like talking gossip about this beauty influencer space. And I can remember over the course of a couple days, I watched tons of videos, and I just became enthralled with this entire world of beauty and things like that. And for those of you that don't know, and I know that me sitting here in a trucker hat and just a black t-shirt from Target, you probably wouldn't guess this, but when I was in high school, my dream was to go into fashion school and to become a fashion designer, and applied to several schools, even got into one, and was afraid to move out of Indianapolis Indianapolis, and I've shared on my other videos, I struggle greatly with social anxiety, and I struggle greatly with a lot of other issues, and that was also at the height of my addiction, and so I was afraid to go away to school. And so I still wonder sometimes, like, what would have happened? Would I be sitting here in a Target t-shirt on YouTube? Probably, because I think the world works out the way that it's supposed to. But, you know, I've always kind of had this interest in the world of fashion and beauty and things like that. And so it's not a reach for me that I went to the beauty influencer space. Like, it was interesting to me, and their lives were interesting to me. And so I can remember, like, watching a video about Karina Kaboom, and she was talking about Manny and UA. And I had never heard of Manny and UA. In fact, for a long time, I called him Manny Mua because I thought that's what I didn't know what a Mua was. I didn't know what a Mua was. If you watch my early videos, I call him Manny Mua, and I literally thought that was his name. And I had no clue that MUA standed for makeup artist, right? And so she did this video about Manny and UA, and then I went and watched a video of Manny and UA's, and I think it was around that time that he had done a video about, like, something like the boyfriend tag, those videos were going around, or something like that. And his video was he and Patrick Star, and he acted like Patrick Star was his boyfriend, but like that for the title. But then they go in and they were talking about, like, going out and how they both started, like, you know, Manny shared about how he started at the makeup counter at MAC, and now here he is on YouTube. And I was so just enthralled and fascinated with this world, you know? And Manny was collabing with Jeffree, and Jeffree was collabing with this person, and Jaclyn Hill was doing her thing, and she was big, and so I started hearing all these names and watching all these videos, right? And there was just, at that time, the drama channels that were around were literally Sanders Kennedy and Karina Kaboom. And then I was the third one that came out of all of that. Within that year after me, there were multiple people that came out. There were people that were making videos at that time, but then they transitioned over to doing drama commentary. And within, I would say, like 2016 and 2017, there were really only like 6 to 8 of us that were doing drama commentary. And it was such a fun time. It was such a fun time, you know? Every single day, we would get up, and I can remember, like, texting people and being like, what are you going to talk about today? And there were so many things to talk about, right? I mean, back in the day, you know, and nobody was concerned about views. We didn't care about if our channels grew because we never expected our channels to grow. And it was just so much fun. And you know, we weren't taking it super seriously and all that kind of stuff. But there was this common mission because we had all started as just people that were audience members of these people. I used to say in my videos, oh my God, I'd faint a million faints if I ever met some of these people. Well, I did, and I'm still fainting. But anyway, so, you know, like, it was kind of a common mission of all of us back in the day. Like, our purpose was that we wanted to bring information to the consumer so that the consumer could decide whose pockets they were lining with their money. If this person was ethical, if this person was doing shady stuff behind the scenes, if this person was good enough, you know, whatever. And for a long time, that's what we did. And I can remember back in the day, like, every single day that we would wake up, it wouldn't be like, okay, like, what should I make a video about today? It was like, which of these 10 topics should I talk about? Because there was so much going on. And people were so interested in it at that time, right? And drama really, you know, it's interesting to me because Jeffree Star has come out and said that Toddy Westbrook and James Charles ruined the beauty industry. And I really pondered a lot, thought a lot about that comment, you know, since he said it. I think he said it like a year or two ago. And I think what he really means is that, you know, at the time, it was like this whole idea that drama channels were driving the business of the beauty influencers, and the beauty influencers would come out and say things like, oh, the drama channels, we don't need them, they hated us, blah, 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 whatever, right? And the reality is, the stories of the drama, whether we were covering it or not, were driving a lot of the beauty influencers. It was making people intrigued about the world of the beauty influencer and things like that. And that's just fact. I mean, at that time, I watched everybody's videos that they put out about everything. I can remember one person releasing a palette, like the Manny Jeffree falling out, and then when Manny released a palette and Jeffree released a palette, like within a day of each other. Manny said he was going to release it like on a Friday. Jeffree came out and said he was going to release it on a Thursday. Like, that was huge. Like, that was huge news. Patrick Star rolling his eyes at a meet and greet, that was huge news, right? Well, that's not the case today. There's, you know, 200 drama commentary channels out there. People are doing so many things. You know, there were people like, I can remember seeing Here for the Tea when she came out, and she She was literally the first person that didn't show her face on camera and was just showing receipts and things like that. And she really paved the road for the other people, which is why it's interesting to me, because for years, Manny had promised her that he was going to do a video face reveal with her. And I talked to her numerous times about that. Many, many times, right? And they had a falling out at one point over some things because, the truth is Manny didn't want to invite her, as good of a friend as she had been to Manny. Manny didn't want to invite, it's time to start bringing some secrets out and just share some stories, okay? Manny did not feel that he could invite his closest friend, and Sam was one of his closest friends, to the launch party of his Morphe palette, because he was like, how can I possibly do that? If I do that, like, you've said so many things about Morphe. And she was like, I've told the truth about Morphe, and I've had your back for a very long time and supported you. In fact, people would call her out and say, you say so much stuff about Jeffree Star, but you never say anything about Manny, to the point where she then came out and talked about Manny, and that was before their falling out. He totally understood that. Well, she unfollowed him off of everything. She was done with Manny, on and on and on. And this is the kind of stuff that people didn't know that went on behind the scenes back in the day. And I can remember myself and another friend, talking to her and being like, come on, like, Manny really cares about you. He loves you. He talks to you on the phone every day, blah, 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 whatever. And so they finally made up and they were friends again. That's why it's interesting to me that Manny so quickly jumps into a drama video with Spill Sesh, because back then he was so concerned with aligning himself with a drama channel to even invite somebody that was a very close friend of his. He did her wrong. He absolutely 100% did her wrong. She had his back many, many times. She gave him so much advice, so many suggestions, and then he wouldn't even invite her to the launch. She was devastated. She was upset about it, and I'm not the only one that knows that. There's many, many people that know that story. And so he had kind of like teased this face launch or face reveal with her for years and years and years. To then turn it around and do it with Spill Sesh, to me, knowing how Manny works, means that there's so much more to that story than that. I'm like, what deal has he made with Spill Sesh that he did this face reveal with her? That's not just like a 2-second decision. Manny wasn't willing to do it with Sam for years on end. So the fact that he turned around so quickly and did it with Spill Sesh, it's very curious to me. It makes me wonder, what does she have on him, or what do people around her know about Manny MUA that he wouldn't want out there? Or, it's very much that. It's not like I come to your face and I say, I know this. Now, us OG drama channels, we were like that, okay? This is what I know, and this is what I'm going to say. You don't like it? I don't know what to tell you. But no, those people, they play games, right? Like, it's like watching an episode of Bridgerton, which I just finished last night and loved. But anyway, I'm thinking back on all this kind of stuff, and I'm thinking back about, like, Dramageddon, and that's how we got into it, and we loved it. And just see me talking about it right now, like, it was so fun watching it all go down back then. But we got a lot of shit behind the scenes back in the day. Just to exist as a drama channel, it was like, no, you're a bad drama channel. You're a drama channel? No, you're bad, right? Dustin Daly just did this video the other day, and he was talking about, like, Manny and Laura and their podcast. Their podcast is a drama channel. I talked about how Trisha Paytas' channel is a drama channel. Her podcast is a drama channel. Rylan and Lizzie over at The Sip, their channel is a drama channel. All these people that had issues back in the day. Well, Trisha Paytas actually always understood the purpose of the drama channel. I can remember talking to her, and she would say, you're a drama channel. This is your job. Go make the video. She didn't get too upset about it. Now, to the public, she'd act like she didn't like drama channels. But, all this was going on, and it was such an exciting time. And then what happened was, and we didn't see it coming. We didn't see it coming because we were too excited about just being on the YouTuber space, just talking about this stuff, but we didn't see it coming. And what happened was, Jeffree Star thought 3 steps ahead, and he's always been this person until recently. And this is where it's surprising to me, the world of Jeffree Star and what's going on with him, because he's always been somebody that's like thought like 3 steps ahead. Like, I remember he was going to like Europe or somewhere, and there was some drama that he tweeted something out right before he got on the plane, because he knew that nobody could like contact him, and then when he landed, it was gonna like blow up, and it was gonna boost sales, and it did. He was a genius at using marketing and things like that, and I think that what he meant back in the day about James and Toddy ruined the beauty industry, I think that Jeffree always understood the importance that you, the fans, your interest in their world, and us as drama channels played into all of that. I really do. And in retrospect, and I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about the collective group of all the drama channels at that time, because there were people that were getting hundreds of thousands of views talking about Patrick Star rolling his eyes at a meet and greet, right? And hundreds of thousands of views equals hundreds of thousands of sales if people are interested in the life of that person, you know? And so that's what was going on at that time. And then Jeffree Star, he started reaching out to us and befriending some of us, right? And that was a very smart move on his part. Now, actually, I have to say, in retrospect, Trisha Paytas was, but she wasn't part of the beauty industry. There was a point where Shane Dawson and Trisha Paytas merged into that community because Trisha and Jeffree became friendly. Shane and Jeffree became friendly. Shane and Jeffree put out this series. But when I started on YouTube, Shane and Trisha were over here, and Jeffree was in a completely different community. It was at the time that Jeffree did not have another friend in the beauty influencer space that then he became friends with Shane Dawson. It was actually a very genius move for Shane Dawson to befriend Jeffree Star at that time because Jeffree Star really had nobody at that time. And so to have Jeffree Star, who was at the top of his game in the beauty industry because James Charles had just gone through this huge cancellation, and then to have Shane Dawson, who was at the top of his game doing these documentary series on people, come together, it was a genius move, okay? And I granted that. I don't think the series is genius. I think it was a cash grab, and I think they knew that going into that. The conversations about money in that series and the previous series, there were conversations, and I know because I've sat down with Shane Dawson, I've talked to Jeffree Star on the phone, they talk money, they talk numbers all the time. This is how I know that there were conversations, and I'm sure the conversation was like, Shane said, I think we should do a series about the beauty industry based on this idea that James had, and Jeffree was like, do you realize how much money we could make if we if we put out a series together and released a conspiracy palette, and on and on and on, which, by the way, I did not realize I had one of these. Okay, so Shane Dawson, we'll talk about PR in just a second, but Shane Dawson sent me the entire conspiracy collection, which I actually gave to somebody that watches my videos. I did a whole video series about it. I literally just handed her the box. But somebody, I said in a video like years ago, I didn't have a conspiracy palette, and somebody sent me this. I don't think I've ever even, maybe I have opened it on camera, but I don't think I have. I had the whole entire, and I kept it because I was like, well, maybe this she'd be worth something someday. She ain't worth nothing today. Let's look at this. I don't think I ever, oh. Clown makeup. Clown makeup. I don't think I ever have opened this, actually. Maybe I have just to, like, look at it like that. But anyway, because I was looking for the drama phone. Because we were talking about old school drama today. So I was like, I'm pulling out the drama phone. I'm pulling it out. Well, I found all these other props. So anyway, at that time was when Jeffree Star started befriending a lot of the drama channels and putting drama videos. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star were putting drama channels in their videos and befriending them and doing, you know, little sit-down videos with them and throwing them up on Instagram and things like that, right? And so then the whole conversation came into play of bias, okay? And this is why I am so, like, heated about this issue. Because we took so much shit for it back in the day, okay? Literally, we would get sent a palette by Jeffree Star, and the comment sections would just be completely flooded. It didn't matter whose video did it. It didn't matter if it was me, Paige Christie, Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, the viewer's voice. It didn't matter who was, Rich Lux. It didn't matter who was doing it. It was just flooded with comments about, you're taking PR, you're biased, blah, 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 whatever. Bias, 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 bias. I'm not watching your videos anymore. Just admit to your bias. Just get on video, and the first thing you say, you need to say in your video, people would say this in our comment sections, you need to say in your video, I'm going to cover this topic about Jeffree Star, but just so you know, I'm biased against the man because I don't like him. People, like, demanded that from us. People were like, I'm not going to watch you anymore. You're too biased. You cannot report on this authentically, okay? Because you're too biased. The drama channels took so much shit for receiving a palette, okay? For receiving a palette. There were entire channels out there dedicated for calling us out for receiving palettes, okay? Talking about Payroll. Then that whole thing came out. There were people that were so proud of coming up with that term, okay? I'm so proud. Now, don't forget, I coined the word payroll, 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 okay? We were on the payroll because we were accepting palettes from people. And yes, talking to these influencers, and these influencers, to some of us, were feeding out stories before they came out. And that happened with Toddy Westbrook and her Bi Sisters video. But not very often. I mean, I can remember a few times, like, it was stuff I could have found. James Charles would tweet something out, and Jeffree Star 2 seconds later would text it to me, and he'd be like, are you going to let James get away with this? And I'd be like, I didn't even see it come out yet, right? So, but it wasn't like behind the scenes, and I think this is a misconception. It wasn't like behind the scenes until Tottie's video by Sisters came out, and she says in that video that she was talking to 2 drama channels and that they were making videos, and she says who she was talking to, okay? I had no clue that video was coming out. So that was like one of the only pieces of information. Beauty influencers weren't really telling us a lot of stuff. I think Ashley Kyle addressed that Jeffree Star had told her some stuff, but it wasn't like people were calling us up and they were going, okay, on the 15th, this is what we're going to do, right? It wasn't like that contrived. I think people think that's what it was, right? What they assumed was if we were friendly with them, we wouldn't call them out or be as harsh with them on video, okay? And that worked for a while. It really did work. It was where I started taking the middle of the road. And at the same time that was going on was also when we were getting called out for having payroll left and right, okay? Now, many of you have asked through the years where the boost thing comes from, okay? So Beast is actually and this is where y'all want to understand why I get so heated about the payroll and stuff like that, right? So, okay, so the Beast thing comes from a RuPaul's Drag Race episode where Alyssa Edwards is talking to talking to Michelle Visage, and she goes, "Beast," like that. Well, Anastasia of Beverly Hills and Alyssa Edwards did a collaboration together. Here, I have the mirror right here, okay? Because Norvina sent me the entire collection because people reached out to her and said I said it in my videos. So she sent me the mirror and then the fan, okay? And here's the original fan. Now, I will tell you, this is not the original fan. The original fan I sent to Bunny because I did like a, what do you call it? I can't even remember what the word is. I haven't done one. A giveaway. I did a giveaway of the original Beast fan, okay? And Bunny won it, and I sent it to Bunny, and she has it today. So anyway, Bunny's somebody that's watched my videos for years and years. I was sent like 4 or 5 of these by other people because they knew that, okay? Do you know how much shit I took for receiving this fan and this mirror? I mean, people literally left my videos in droves, okay? Do you know how much shit I got for receiving a mirror and a fan because I'm a fan of Alyssa Edwards and I say Beast in my videos? Do you know how much shit I took? Because I had talked about I didn't want to accept payroll from anybody anymore, okay? I said I don't want payroll from anybody. If y'all think I'm biased for accepting payroll, then I don't want to take payroll anymore. And in making that video, okay, I then pissed off all the other people in the drama community that were receiving, continued to receive palettes. And then it began this division between myself and the other drama commentary channels. People want to speculate it's about this and it's about that. And today, thankfully, and after many amends that I've had to make, and conversations at length that we've had, and I've taken responsibility and they've taken responsibility, I consider Justin Daly, Nick Snyder, and Paige Christie dear friends of mine. And we are good today, right? But that was a horrific time, and I don't think really anybody knows, and there were other drama channels out there behind the scenes that were driving that friction, okay? And I don't think that anybody really understands what that was like at that time, to wake up every day so completely stressed out, being afraid to make a video, because if you make a video, then people are going to call you biased, and they say you're biased, and they're saying, I'm not going to watch your videos anymore, on and on and on. And there was a lot of fallout from that I'm not even going to get into in this video today. So does it piss me off that years later, somebody that has not paid her dues gets in a video and has Manny and UA in a face reveal, and she's like, we should go to the club later. And I'm like, I think you need to maybe respect the people that came before you, okay? We crawled so you could walk. And that's the truth, all right? People have no clue the shit that we went through, okay? The shit that we went through back in the day, the behind the scenes of what was going on with all of us drama channels and things like that, nobody has any idea how bad it was affecting our lives, how bad it was affecting our relationships, our personal relationships, on and on and on. People think it was just this back and forth. You have no clue the lengths it went to, okay? No clue. And then on top of that, to have all these influencers out there who are in our ear and are calling us out, and they have the power, so we're like, well, we can't say anything, because if we say anything, nobody's going to believe us anyway, right? And so it was like this really ugly time. And then Dramageddon happened. And the first Dramageddon happened in August of 2018. And I think that's the exact date. I looked back. The By Sister video came out in 2019. The 2018 Dramageddon happened because Jeffree Star had unfriended all these people, okay? Because he said that they were using him. The real story is that two people hooked up behind the scenes. Somebody wouldn't come out and stand up for one of the people, and Jeffree Star took issue with that, okay? Because Jeffree Star thought that this person should stand up for that person. It was the right thing to do, and it was the right thing to do. And Jeffree Star 100% was in the right for what he did in that position, okay? That he stood up and said, I am not going to be your friend if this is who you are, okay? And everybody in the influencer space knows that fucking story. So when Daniel Prada wants to get in a video and say, what has Jeffree Star done for the LGBTQIA plus community? For that moment alone, Jeffree Star has done more than you and your ex-boyfriend Joey Graceffa have ever done for the LGBTQIA plus community, okay? For that one moment alone, period, end of story, all right? But that's not my story to tell, all right? But everybody in the influencer space knows what that's about. And I can tell you right now, it makes Jeffree Star look very, very good, and it makes another influencer look very, very bad, okay? And another influencer that's gotten a lot of opportunities off of being a role model in the LGBTQIA plus community, okay? So then we got this brand trip. I think it's a NARS trip, right? And we got Nikita Dragun, Gabriel Zamora, Laura Lee, and Manny MUA, and they're over there, and they think it's cute to replicate the Kardashians' picture of all sticking out their middle finger, right? And then Gabriel Zamora writes underneath there, bitch is bitter without us, right? Referring to Jeffree Star. Well, this is the downfall of those four, right? Because then Jeffree Star comes out and he is like, I'm done with y'all anyway, blah, blah, blah. This is where they were so catty, all of them on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I can remember sitting by the pool at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas when this stuff popped off, and I looked at my husband and I said, I am going to have to go upstairs and film a video. He was like, babe, do whatever you want to do. It was nonstop filming the videos that week. I can remember being by the pool. My husband would be like, do you need to go upstairs and film a video? I'd be like, I think I do. I'll be right back, you know? But it was 110 degrees and I was getting burnt, so it didn't matter. But the views were crazy that week. And at that time, in all honesty, the only people that were really reporting on it were myself and Rich Lux. And I know that for a fact because Rich and I were talking at that time. And we're like, can you believe this is going on? Ashley Kyle wasn't really making videos. Nick wasn't making videos yet. That came later, okay? I mean, they were making videos, but they weren't making videos about that. And Dustin wasn't really making videos about that either. It was really just Rich and I that were covering that first Dramageddon. They came like a week later and started making videos about it. The next thing that happened was on May 10th when Tati Westbrook came out with her Bye Sisters video, okay? And when that came out, the entire world changed and James Charles lost 3 million subscribers overnight. Now, I will tell you, when that came out and with a lot of those allegations, I covered the Tati Westbrook video. I was very careful with that kind of stuff. But at that time was when like Nick Snyder, the Viewer's Voice, and Ashley Kyle were making videos, and they were getting like 200,000-300,000 views a video. They covered extensively that whole time. I'm sure they both really remember what was going on at that time, right? I mean, they were getting I think Rich Lux was covering and getting massive amount of views. I kind of took a step back at that point. What I didn't realize until I was looking at the timeline on all this kind of stuff was that was May 10th. June 19th was when all of the stuff happened with Jaclyn Hill, okay? So you've got Dramageddon in August, all right? That carried through to the following year because then that was the friendship of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson starting, okay? And then Tati Westbrook, there were all these allegations that were coming out about James Charles leading up to the Bye Sisters. I think people forget that too. There were a lot of allegations that had come out. I mean, Coachella had happened, all this kind of stuff. There were all these allegations that were coming out about James Charles. Then Tati released her video. It was a very opportune time for her to release her video, okay? Then she released her video. Well, that carried through, and then right after that was when Lipstick Gate happened. And what it looked like was that all these beauty influencers are messy as hell. They don't really care about what they're selling. They don't really care about their products. So for years, we've listened to Jeffree Star approved makeup. For years, we've listened to Jaclyn Hill talk about all this. For years, we've listened to Tati Westbrook and James Charles talk about their love of makeup, but they don't really care about makeup. They don't really care about the consumer. Really, all they care about are the views and the clicks and the amount of money that they're going to make, because it was all about money. It was all about money and views, who's more popular than who. And I think ultimately that is what really ruined their beauty industry. The beauty industry is not dead. On YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, anywhere, okay? It's thriving to this day. It's still a billion-dollar career. It's just that a lot of these people have transitioned out of glam, and they're not, like I said in my video the other day, not that many people are getting glammed up to go to work, okay? You know, with, you know, like Nikki Tutorials did that video where she put a penis on her eye. I mean, nobody's doing those kind of looks anymore. Remember when James Charles did like the cloud look on his forehead they stole from somebody on Instagram? Nobody's doing those things anymore, right? So that was really what killed that part, those people, the OG beauty influencers. And I thought for a long time there would be some up and coming ones, you know, that would come behind it. And so it was interesting. I was watching Dustin Daly's video, and he had this clip in there where Laura Lee was like, I don't know why people associate me with being friends with Colleen, which I did, and I actually shared that I had made that mistake, I think in a video, or maybe I didn't even make that mistake. I just said that she was never friends. I looked it up, and she had never had a picture with her. She never collabed with her. She said she never like really knew her or met her or anything in that video clip, right? Well, the reason why people assumed that was the same reason why people still align me with shit that happened 6 years ago within the drama community that I had no part of whatsoever, right? Because they just think, oh, you're part of the drama community. Well, Laura and Manny, you're part of it now. But the reason that people think that, Laura, is because you came out and spoke about Colleen Ballinger and said it was based on allegations that happened 4 years ago. You agreed with Manny in that video. You didn't do your research, okay? You look like a damn fool. Which is why your podcast is so appropriately called that, right? But the other reason is because you have for years surrounded yourself with problematic people. You continue to choose to surround yourself with James Charles. The best decision that Manny and Laura did at the time was that they came out and made apology videos, because what happened with Dramageddon 1 was that everybody started looking in and they find out all this shit. The video stopped. I really thought I was just going to read this article today. I didn't realize I was getting all this stuff. But anyway, they, what really hurt Manny and Laura, and the best thing that they did coming out of it was that Laura and Manny, like, people started looking into them and finding all this kind of stuff out, right? And then they came out with these apology videos and all this kind of stuff. It's where Manny said, my social blade might be in the red, meaning he was losing subscribers, but my personal life is the green, because I've learned so many lessons through that. It was actually a moment where I was like, damn, I really like this Manny. Like, Manny is humbled. I've really learned a lot about him. And as much as people want to say about that ridiculous apology video that Laura Lee did, after that, she really humbled herself. She actually did a lot of really nice things. And they stayed out of drama for a long time, right? But they were unwilling to get rid of James Charles. They were unwilling to unbefriend that. And then slowly over time, they started getting themselves into drama. This is the problem today, is that the reason why drama on the beauty influencer space, nobody cares anymore, is because people are so saturated with what all the negativity and problematic behavior that these people did years ago. Nobody's surprised by anything anymore. That's why Manny and Laura can take down a video and they never have to address it. Dustin Daly was 100% right. If we had ever said something like they said in a video, when they were sitting there, Manny MUA is defending Colleen Ballinger, when Manny has problematic videos of his own out there, and Laura Lee is co-signing that, girl, that's why you're aligned with it, because you co-signed it. And you never came out and addressed it. That would have, like, our careers would have been over. Period, end of story. Our careers would have been over, okay? And then they want to guess and wonder, like, oh, well, why are people upset with us? This is why nobody's surprised. And this is why they don't give up James Charles, because they know people don't care. Whether they do it or they don't do it, it doesn't matter, because their sales are bad, their views are bad, ain't nobody interested in them anymore, okay? So anyway, I thought it was interesting, but I went down the basement because I was going to bring up the drama fence. That's my kind of history with the Dramageddon. Time calls it Sistergeddon, I guess. I don't know. I always called it Dramageddon 129. I mean, there's like series, you know, it's like the Friday the 13th series. James lives, and he still does, right? He's like the devil child that got electrocuted underneath the water like Jason in Crystal Lake. So anyway, but I went down in my basement. Y'all, first of all, I need some more lip gloss. Let me show you some of these props, because I've been cleaning up around the house, you know, and I found some of these props. Well, first of all, the conspiracy palette. Junk. Anyway, oh, she fell on the floor. And then I found this Beast mirror, and one of my Beast fans. I mean, I took so much shit for that. Don't ever, when people want to say to me, you are coming so hard for Spill Stash and her having Manny. Damn straight I am. Damn straight I am. Y'all have no idea. There were drama channels, and I'm not talking about myself in this, and it's not my story to tell, but there were drama channels that their mental health was so affected by the payroll narrative, by being called out for bias, that their mental health was so affected by that they were thinking of horrible things, okay? Y'all and today, flash forward 4 years, y'all don't have a problem with a commentary channel commenting on these people going to the premiere party of JoJo Siwa's song that Colleen Ballinger is at, and they have reported on Colleen Ballinger and JoJo Siwa, and they have reported on Manny MUA, and they have Manny in their face reveal, their biggest reveal on their channel, and you think that they are unbiased? And you had such an issue with us because you didn't think that, you thought we were biased, that you were unsubscribing to us and saying such horrific things, and we were getting death threats over bias. Damn straight I'm pissed about it. Damn straight. Read it and weep, okay? We crawled so they can walk. And people want to forget that. People want to rewrite the narrative. Look at some of these other things I found, right? Oh my God, the drama conch, the drama conch. Dear drama conch, do some of these huge commentary channels have their day in the sun coming? The answer is yes. All signs point to yes. Why is that, drama conch? Ooh. Because there's a lot of tea they don't know that some of us know out there about them, girl. Okay, we might just be saving that for a ripe day. Anyway, look at this. I got my microphone out there. Oh my God. This one used to play Barry White. Do you remember that? I used to play Barry White, and then I would sing to it. I used to love this. Then I have these Jeffree Star mirrors, these plastic Barbie mirrors. Watch, I'm going to throw them behind me. I can tell you right now, they ain't going to break. They don't break, girl. They're plastic. They don't break. But the best of all, girl, look who I found, Miss Poopy the Chiffon. Oh my God. If you have been around from the beginning, I used to have Miss Poopy the Chiffon and a bottle of blue nail polish. That was, you know, in honor of Karina Kabin. But I used to have Poopy the Chiffon in all my videos. You remember her? Oh my God, I gave her away in giveaways and stuff like that. Did those mirrors break? They sure as shit didn't, man. You should have paid your $9.99 for those mirrors on the clearance rack. You can get that at Goodwill these days. Those mirrors do not break because they're Barbie mirrors is what they are. But anyway, okay, let's get into this article and see if this article is right. How one YouTube video changed the course of internet culture. And this is, it says a 9-minute read. I know, no sister, we're going, no sister, how stupid was all that? We're going, this was from May 10th of 2024. So, oh, this is from this year. Okay, hey. So, oh, this is this guy that, oh my God, is this the article that I was supposed to be in? This guy reached out to me. Oh my God, this is so funny. I have to see if I still have the email from him. Let me see if I do. Now, I know a couple people did this. Oh, here I do have the email. Here it is. Oh, Time Magazine. It was Time Magazine. I'm looking forward to speaking with drama channels that cover the drama of the time to get a better understanding of what it was like. Oh, girl, now I'm just making a video. I could have been in Time Magazine. I could have been reading my own damn article. I said, thanks for reaching out to me. Can you tell me a little bit more about what piece you're going to... Oh, he wanted to know how much money we made. And, oh, that's what it was. What did I say? I said... Hey there, like I said, I really appreciate you reaching out to me, but I think for certain reasons I prefer not to be included. I think this is the one that Rich Lux told me that he said he made $1 million at the time. I was like, girl, did you tell her how much you made at the time? He's like, yeah, I told him $1 million. This will be so funny if Rich is commenting on this saying he made $1 million. On May 10th, 2000, I think Dustin was interviewed for this too. The famed YouTube beauty influencer Tati Westbrook posted a 43-minute video that forever changed the course of internet culture. It did, though. It really did. That was a time. I mean, that was a time in history. The video titled By Sister was a takedown of Westbrook's fellow beauty influencer James Charles, who had until that point been her close friend. Had done her makeup at her own wedding and everything like that, right? Okay. In the video, Westbrook said her feelings were hurt because Charles promoted a hair care vitamin that was a competitor. That's the one thing about Tati that people forget. Tati don't lie. Tati came out and even showed her numbers and all that kind of stuff. Remember that? I mean, she comes out and says that all these other people, Jeffree Star, I mean, he had to move a gold couch around an entire, you know, foyer to get it the perfect lighting for an apology video. Not Miss Tati Westbrook. She just comes out and says, listen, I was pissed that you did not support my beauty brand. Okay. Westbrook said her feelings were hurt because Charles promoted a hair care vitamin, Sugar Bear Hair. It doesn't say that, but I remember it. It was Sugar Bear Hair because he wanted VIP tickets with protection for Coachella, okay? He wanted somebody to stand behind him with them ashless chaps on because he knew, at that point, I think that was before his BBL, his alleged BBL. But then somebody caught later online when he was showing his Amazon wish list or something that he had bought like diapers and they were saying it was for a BBL. And then people were like, why are you saying it's for a BBL? Some people just have to wear diapers. Well, I guess James Charles has to wear diapers. And like I say to a lot of people, strap on your Depends because it's going to get real up in here. Okay. Charles promoted a hair care vitamin that was a competitor to one of Westbrook's sold, Halo Beauty. Or whatever it was called. Charles denied taking money for the promotional post. Instead, he said he got artist passes for Coachella in exchange. Westbrook said she confronted him over text. Well, that's the same thing, okay? That's a sponsorship, and you have to disclose that if you get something in exchange for it. Even if you get free product, you do. Westbrook said she confronted him over... I can't say Westbrook. I'm just going to say Miss Tati. Hot Tati. She said... confronted him over text. Their conversation did not go the way she had hoped. At the time, she said Charles was giving statements to YouTube drama channels about the hair care vitamin situation, which prompted her to share the video. He never gave them to me, and I was talking to him at that time. Tati also said she was uncomfortable with some of Charles' actions and accused him of using his fame to coerce straight men into sex. Yes, ma'am. She also said Charles lied about details regarding the sponsored post for the hair care vitamins. Okay. The YouTube community waited with bated breath for Charles to respond, which he did in a hastily made video entitled Tati that was panned for being inauthentic. Charles later deleted the video. He is so good at that, isn't he? Oh my God. We get called out left and right for that, but he can do it all day long. Charles later deleted the video and released another response, no more lies. Oh, that was the one that came out. That's where he's in the suit that looks like the Michael Jackson. That deal, you know? Where he's got that jacket on all up there and he's got all the receipts in there and things like that. That's where he comes out. That's the video. If you want to know who the voice note is from, go watch that, because that's where the voice note is. On May 18th, which still lives on his YouTube channel. Yeah, it lives on his YouTube channel because that's the only video that he stands behind. The other ones he's taken down that he wants. And then he attempted to clear the air, saying Westbrook accusations hurt him. Oh, you heard me, Miss Toddy. Okay. He apologized for promoting her competitor's product. Charles also addressed Westbrook's claims. This is where people, okay, why they stay friends with him. James Charles never promotes any of his friends' businesses. Have you guys noticed this? Have you ever seen him put up that many times Lunar Beauty or Laura Lee Cosmetics or Laura Lee Lossy? None of that. No, none of that, girl. He is out for himself. These people are so dumb they have not figured this out yet. Alleged behavior saying, I have never and will never use my fame, money, or my power to manipulate or get any sexual actions from a guy. That is disgusting. So James Charles called himself disgusting in that video because and it's still up on his channel because that's exactly what he did. Here's the thumbnail for the video. You guys remember that outfit? Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But anyway, so that video is still up there where he's calling himself disgusting because there is evidence that he's actually come out and tried to coerce straight men to have sex with him, or not have sex with him, but have sexual conversations with him. The back and forth caught the attention of Jeffree Star. Oh, baby, whoever wrote this article, this is why I should have done the interview with you. He already knew. Jeffree Star already knew. Girl, she did. She did not. A beauty YouTuber with a brash personality who collaborated with Charles in the past, who also joined in making allegations against Charles. And no more lies, Charles reads texts from Star that pile on more insults and accusations. Toddy, Charles, and Star did not, why are we using last names to all this? Did not immediately respond to Time's request for comment on the effect and influence of the moment online. I actually had read another article. This guy, I think he covered the Colin Ballinger situation. I was impressed with how he covered it. He covered it, I thought, honestly, and with integrity. But he was real interested in how much money we made all these videos. And I don't talk about, that's nobody's business of what I make. Whether I make $1 or $1 million, ain't nobody's money. It ain't nobody's business what you make either. I'm not saying we ain't interested in that stuff from time to time. I'm just saying it ain't nobody's business, right? The saga followed, which came to be known as Dramageddon 2.0 or Sistergeddon on the occasion of its 5-year anniversary. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, you educated me, girl. The saga followed another one called Dramageddon, which took place in August 2018, also involved Jeffree Star and the breakup of the friend group of beauty content creators. Following Sistergeddon, Star apologized in a video titled Never Doing This Again. Remember that video? Okay, he had the blonde hair tucked behind the ear. Yes. Okay, never doing this again, but he did it twice after that. Never doing this again, stating he regretted making hurtful comments towards Charles. Westbrook also, he has not stopped talking about James Charles since then. The internet has changed dramatically in the 5 years since these events. Okay, it goes on. Time spoke to several experts on internet culture. Experts? Girl! Oh my God! Moses called me I'm an expert, girl! Okay, let's see who the experts are. These events... Oh, wait, where's it going? She just changed. Okay, she did. Here she is. She's back. Okay. Where are the experts? Let's get to the experts. The events erupted and raptured the internet, moving beyond the beauty guru's usual audience. According to Social Blade, a third-party site that tracks subscriber counts, Charles lost over 1 million subscribers in a day and over 3 million total. Okay, we already know of this. Okay, let's get to the experts. I want to see what the experts have to say. Their videos each racked up millions of views, blah, blah, blah. Sistergeddon marked a shift in how we view YouTubers and influencers, says Brooke Aaron Duffy, a communications professor at Cornell University. Girl, I don't know you, but okay for working at Cornell. There was an increase in efforts to dissect their ins and outs that brought people... Okay. Before both Dramageddons, YouTubers were in community with one another, making collaborative videos, supporting each other and seeming to be genuinely friends. How drama travels online today. Influencers sustain lucrative careers to a combination of brand deals. Okay. One is drama, says Angela Kristen, a communications professor. Oh, girl, she went to Stanford and Cornell. These people, she is getting some experts. Okay, but they're experts on drama, girl. Where are the drama channels, girl? The support materializes outside of views through buying merch, special subscriptions. To get consistent views, you need viral videos and a solid base. See, that's what Jeffree Star's talking about, okay? That's how they ruined it. They ruined the drama for everybody because they said they weren't going to talk about it anymore. These channels thrive on drama, covering drama between you. Oh, is it talking about us now? Okay, girl. Oh, hey, one of the best examples is this drama channel says this. Stanford, girl, do you watch me? Oh my God, please comment on my video that somebody from Stanford watches me. Girl, listen, we're community college in Indiana, okay? I mean, the fact that somebody from Stanford is talking about one of my videos, girl, are you teaching my videos in your class? Oh my God, I have made it, okay. She is, I thought I was, but now I know I am the moment, okay? This bitch is the academic moment, girl. These channels thrive on drama. I should have done this article, but you didn't get paid for it. You want to ask us how much we got paid, but you sure as shit weren't going to pay us for anything. Well, it's okay. I get that, right? It's an objective article. These channels thrive on drama, covering drama between YouTubers and even between other drama channels. Drama or tea channels. Oh, well, she got it right. Okay. The TMZ, no, man, TMZ is bought, okay? They're bought, and somebody that had a face reveal with Manny MUA, she used to work for a TMZ, so she bought too, okay? They're bought, those people are bought, and all her friends are bought, okay? Talk about TMZ this, talk about TMZ that. TMZ's bought, okay? They don't report accordingly. They made one article about Colleen Ballinger, and it was about the green face versus blackface. They are Colleen Ballinger super fans over at TMZ, allegedly, according to me, and anybody that supports TMZ is too, okay? So no, I don't support TMZ at all. The creators behind the channels release recap videos, share their opinions, and, well, you know I didn't do no recap video, girl, because I don't include all that shit in my videos, and added to an air of conspiracy. Some of the most popular at the time were Rich Lux, Dustin Daly. I know, Rich Lux, Peter Monn, and Dustin Daly. Oh my God, girl, we are fame. We are the moment, bitch. Okay, drama channel Spill Sash. Girl, what she got to say? She was in high school at this time. She don't even know. Drama channel Spill Sash, which used to be anonymous, is run by Christy Cook. She cut her teeth in the drama community during Sistergeddon. She had just started her channel around that time, and there wasn't much interest in drama within the YouTube world until after that moment. Girl, you have no idea, okay? You have no idea. Drama channels were making 60, I mean, not me, okay? But some drama channels, before you existed, some drama channels were making $60 to $150 to $200,000 a month, okay? I know that for a fact, girl. So you want to sit there and say there was no drama, girl? Listen, we were thriving behind you. You talk about arrogance of this. I want to see her. When is her first video? Her first video that she said, oh, I filmed it up on a plane, and then I put it up, and then I came to, oh, here she has the nerve to do, JoJo Siwa gets messier. Girl, your latest video is about JoJo Siwa, but you went to a JoJo Siwa premiere, girl. Seriously? Oh, here it is. Diddy Speaks Out. What, you gonna go have dinner with P. Diddy, girl, tonight? You gonna take your good Judy with you, and y'all gonna three of you gonna go have dinner with P. Diddy? Probably take some pictures from him up on your TikTok, girl. Okay, Selena Gomez is messy. Oh, now you're sounding like your good Judy, girl. Now you're using words like messy and exposed. Okay, girl, I see you. Well, let's go back and see where your oldest video is. Your oldest video 5 years ago. Oh, because that's the one you referenced about Manny MUA tries to shut down Drama Channel. Okay, Ace Family. Girl, 5 years ago. No, you didn't. You weren't around when we were talking about this shit, girl. You don't know. Girl, you do not know. Why are we interviewing her for this? Can somebody explain this to me? She had just started her channel around that time, and there wasn't much interest in drama within the YouTube world until after that moment. Girl, Here for the Tea was getting 1 million views a video, okay? Angelica Oles, I mean, even Sanders Kennedy was getting tons of views, girl. I was doing okay. Viewers Voice and Ashley Kyle were getting hundreds of thousands of views. Girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't even know your fucking history. It felt like every week after that, people were just more invested in YouTubers and influencer lives, says Cook. Yeah, because we got them interested in it so that you could have your channel today. You're welcome, okay? Influencers were put under a microscope, and their every move was dissected to see if they could interpret any scraps of information to mean something more. There was a real want for covering this part of the internet. Sistergeddon's impact just can be felt today in several ways. Where is Rich Lux's comment? I know he did an interview with somebody. I think Dustin did too. Who is this Maddox person? I don't know who this person is. Everybody went, oh, they didn't even include Rich Lux in this article. Rich, you got boogered by Spill Sash. Is she not? Oh, they're talking about Risa Teesa's videos. I love her, but I do not have the time to watch 400,000 videos. Okay, does it even say anything in here about Rich Lux? And no, it lists us. Girl, you reached out to me for... You reached out to me. Girl, well, listen. Okay, you got it right. The article is correct, okay, with the exception of, I don't know why the one drama channel. I mean, did you reach out to all of us and all of a sudden, no? I talked to Rich. Rich said that he did the interview. Why did you not include him? Okay, probably because he gave such That is hilarious that he said $1 million. You needed to quote that, girl, because that is actually probably pretty accurate. There were some drama channels out there that were making mad money at that time. You guys have no clue. You have no clue, okay? And then these people want to come, oh, be the Wendy Williams. Girl, be the Wendy Williams. Be the Andy Cohen. Okay? Be the Barbara Walters. Girl, I don't want to be that. I want to sit on my front porch and talk to my neighbors. Okay? I don't want that. I don't care what vaudevillian show y'all have cooked up. Okay? I am not interested. Trust me, I will be commenting on it. Okay? But I am not interested. But can somebody please explain to me why you would use as an expert source in an article somebody that was not even relevant or around at the time that all this shit was going on, okay? I mean, I could list for you right now 10 to 20 people that were making videos on the regular that were getting good enough views, and she wasn't one of them, girl. Oh, hold on a second. Biased? Am I biased? I guess so. I love you, Poopy de Chiffon. I missed you. You're a little dusty, girl, from being in the basement, but you'll be okay, girl. We'll bring you out. We'll start putting you in the back of videos. I ain't gonna throw her like the Jeffree Star mirrors. Hey, you know what, Christy? I got an idea for you. You may pick the mirrors up and I'll send them to you. You can use them in your next face reveal, okay? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.